What's up guys, it's me, Jeremy. AD Carry Kennen has been totally out of the meta for quite some time now, but with Reckless playing it at Worlds, and some of the more recent meta shifts, it's shaping up to actually be a really strong champion right now once you take a look at the pros and cons. Also, just a heads up, when this video goes live, I'll be streaming and we're going to be giving away one of these guys, a Razor Death Adder Chroma Mice. So check it out, link in the description. Anyways, let's get started. So first off, Kennen brings a reasonably strong AD carry force with 550 range, really good poke and some mixed damage, and reliable abilities since he's never really going to run out of mana. This makes his early laning pretty strong, and his 2v2 can be quite powerful in the right support matchup. His escape is also pretty decent, and his stun makes kiting with him really easy, and overall these things make him great versus bruisers and juggernauts, since the mixed damage he has will allow him to kill the bruisers quickly, and the stun helps him lock them down and make the kiting really easy as well. And he also has some magic damage in his kit that scales off of AD with his W passive. So the mixed damage and stun are his key strengths on paper, and are something that no other AD carry can bring to the table while also being mobile at the same time. Although someone like Kog'Maw might have good mixed damage, he's super immobile and so could potentially struggle versus bruisers who could kill him almost instantly if they get in range. And someone like Ezreal might have nice mixed damage, but he doesn't bring a stun that helps lock down bruisers really easily, and he also has a lot less magic damage than Kennen and has the risk of running out of mana. As well, Kennen has the highest base attack speed of any ranged champion in the entire game, and the second highest attack speed at level 18. Attack speed items like Phantom Dancer, Static Shiv, Berserker Greaves, etc. scale off of the champion's base attack speed, and so Kennen gets a little bit more power out of those items than the other AD carries, which also helps him proc his W passive consistently and pumps out a decent number of attacks in fights overall. And since his E gives him a bunch of armor and magic resistance, it actually gives him some nice outplay potential, and overall, with his stun, makes him great in a 1v1 scenario, and makes his survivability in the late game really strong too. With his E, if you use it properly, he can often just full-on tank a burst damage combo from opponents without any assistance from defensive items, unlike most AD carries who would just die instantly. But since he can't attack during his E, it potentially makes him a little bit hard to play, since you can lose a lot of DPS if you use your E incorrectly, and his quirky and somewhat unique kit for an AD carry does add into the difficulty of him as a champion, so he will take a little bit of time to get used to for anyone hoping to play him right now. As well, the main weakness of AD carry Kennen is that he tends to struggle a lot versus mega tanks, champions like Malphite, Rammus, Maokai kind of stuff, because although he has a nice mixed damage, he has no steroids, and so tends to suffer or honestly almost be completely unplayable in a tank heavy meta because it takes him forever to kill a super tank. But since the Cinderhulk meta faded away, Kennen's able to shine a bit through, since he does a ton versus bruisers with his utility, and he's actually one of, if not the actual best AD carry in the game right now, versus a composition that has a couple bruisers but zero mega tanks, and that makes him really strong in this new meta.